Hello everybody, I'm Chris Provost and you're watching Provost Park Pass, and today's video is for families, particularly those who are planning to come down a trip to Disney or Disneyland. I'm going to teach you 5 ways that you can save money on your next vacation when you come down to Disneyland. These are my 5 very best tips. Let's do this. Here we are on Main Street, looks beautiful, the castle's right back there. Let me show you 5 ways that you can save money. But before we get started, I got to go outside the park to show you the first tip. Oh, and if you find this video useful or helpful and like, oh, I was able to save some money, then go ahead and hit the like button. And then if you want, hit subscribe, because we do it 3 times a week. You have all kinds of new videos come out about Disney, Disney history, trivia, cool things that you guys might like. So hit the subscribe button too. That's just your way of saying thank you. All right, guys, let's talk about the top 5 ways that you can save some money on your next Disneyland vacation. Okay, so I just left Disneyland, and I have to show you this so you guys can understand this 5th tip on how to save money at Disneyland. Now, if this is important to you, then you can ignore this tip, but this is one that you can save a lot of money. So Disneyland is right, that's it, right there. That's the entrance to Disneyland. And then Disney California Adventure, that's it right there. That's how close they are. For people in Florida right now, their jaws are dropping. They're like, what? Like, because when you park hop in Florida, you got to get on a Skyliner, then get on a bus, and then you have to get on like a carriage, and then you have to take a boat, then you got to hitchhike, and it takes forever to get from one park to their park because they're not close by. But here at Disneyland, it is that park right there, Disneyland, and it's that park right there, Disney California Adventure. I think in my prime, I might have been able to throw a baseball that far in college days. Definitely Frisbee. But that's it. Now, the reason I bring this up to show you how close this is when you buy your tickets, you get all excited. There's a thing called Park Hopper. Park Hopper allows you to go from one park to the other park in the same day. I go to Disneyland, and I go on Disney California Adventure. Then I go from California Adventure back to Disneyland. That's a luxury. That's not a necessity. So let me give you an example. If you're buying a 3-day or a 4-day ticket to Disneyland, say you're coming in from, I don't know, let's say you're from New Mexico, you're from Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, New Hampshire, and you're planning like a 4-day trip or 3-day trip to Disneyland. When you buy your tickets, in order to have a park hopper ticket, if you buy a 3 or 4-day ticket, if you want to have the privilege to park hop, it's an additional $70 per ticket. Oh my gosh, and that's expensive. I think that's expensive. So if it's your first time coming to Disneyland and you don't care about park hopping, then I would maybe do like a 3-day ticket and then do 2 days in Disneyland and then 1 day in Disney California Adventure. You got to come over here to do Cars Land, but I mean, you don't need to park hop it. Your kids will be satisfied, you will be happy, and that'll save you $70 per person if you don't park hop. If you want to park hop, and that's something that's really important to you, like we want to do that, then you go ahead and spend the money to park hop. But a lot of times when you're buying tickets, they'll ask you, like, do you want to park hop? And people don't realize they just get caught up in the moment. They're like, yes, park hop, of course. I obviously wanted to park hop. You don't realize that that's an additional $70 per person. She's going around. This lady's zipping right around me, doing circles around me. So anyways, it's additional $70. So to save yourself some money, you don't need a park hopper ticket. Literally, there's so much to do in Disneyland that you just go right in Disneyland and you're gonna be perfectly fine. Your kids will never even worry about park hopping. And then the next day you go to Disney California Adventure. They're gonna have so much fun in Disney California Adventure. And then the next day you go right back to Disneyland. Save yourself some money and don't park hop unless it's really important to you. One of the things I'm most proud of at Provost Park Pass is the community we've created here at Provost Park Pass. You guys are awesome. So as you get done watching this video, if you can think of another way for our family to save money that I didn't talk about, put it down in the comments down below. Put it down in the comments down below. And then go down and read those comments. You're gonna see some amazing comments. And if you see a comment that you like, if somebody gives you some advice that I didn't mention, make sure you like that comment. Because the comments that get the most likes, those always get bumped up to the top. So that way people can see some other really good comments. So if I say something or I don't say something you think of, put it down in the comments down below. All right. Now, in order for me to talk about the number 4 way to save money, I have to leave Disneyland and kind of go out into Harbor by all the hotels. All right, so I wanted to speak very plainly with you guys about coming to Disneyland. It's expensive. I think it's expensive. I mean, sometimes I feel like people, when they do videos, they act like it's not that big of a deal, but I think it's expensive, particularly if you're coming with a family and you got 2 kids or 3 kids or 4 kids. It adds a lot, and you got to kind of save your money. So I'm trying to talk about different ways to help you save money for your trip. It is expensive. I believe it's just getting astronomical. So these are just my ways that I try to save money when I come here to Disneyland. Okay, so now we're getting to the number 4 tip on how to save money on your Disney vacation, and that's hotels. Not all hotels are created equal. They are different, and depending on what you get, it's gonna cost more money. So right outside, I'm gonna walk right out here. This is Harbor, and there's a bunch of hotels all across the street, and they're all fabulous. In fact, I did a video walking showing every hotel pretty much on Harbor. They are awesome. But what you're paying for at a hotel like that is you're paying for convenience, location, location, location. It's very close to Disney. You can walk back and forth. And so because of that, they cost a little bit more. If you are willing to walk a little bit, then you can save a lot of money on your hotels. So all these hotels I'm gonna show you here behind me, so close, so convenient. I love them all, but because you're so close to Disney, they charge a little more of a premium. See, there's like these ones all across the street down here, all the way down the back. They cost a little bit more. If you are willing to walk a little bit, or maybe even take an Uber, you can save hundreds of dollars a night on your hotel room, depending on what you're looking for. Also, and you need to understand that not all hotels are created equally. When you call, I'll tell you, and when I get done with this, I'll tell you how to book your hotel. You want to know what it is important to you. So when you call to book your hotel, you can tell them. You can tell them, say, I'm looking for the most economical. Say, I don't care about distance. I'm willing to take an Uber, or maybe if you have a car and you're willing to drive. Then if you stay like about a mile away from Disney, your hotel rate's going to drop significantly if you don't mind Ubering in. If you want to walk closer, be a little bit closer, that's going to cost a little bit more money. Plus, there are hotels that offer free breakfasts, and some of them have kitchens and full kitchens and dinette sets and all that stuff. Those are things that you will want to tell your agent when you call them, you're booking a trip, what's important to you, because that makes a huge difference. And this is the number 4 way to save money at your hotel, is to be sure that you price out what it is that's important to you. I mean, for example, if you have like a little 2 or 3-year-old and you want to walk across the street and take a nap during the middle of the day, then it might be worth it to spend a little bit extra money. But if you got teenagers and you don't mind walking back and forth, then just if you go down, block and a half that way, you're gonna save a ton of money. Now we need to move on to number 3 way to save money, and that is food. F-O-O-D, food. Let's go back into Disneyland. Okay. So this next part of the video, I'm talking to mostly dads. You are going to have to spend money on food. It's just something that you have to kind of come to terms with, and your family needs to eat. So you can't go your whole vacation with nobody eating any food, not spending any food. So be aware when you go on a vacation at Disney that you're gonna have to budget some money for food. But there are ways to save on that. For example, we talked about hotels. There are a bunch of hotels. By the way, I need to talk about those hotels. I need to talk about how to book your hotel. The best way to book your hotel, I'm gonna sit down so I don't lose my train of thought, is I'm gonna put a link down below, and that's gonna take you to this company called Getaway Today. It's who we use. Whenever I book my trips, before I even start YouTube, I always call them. They always have the best rates. And if you click the link down below, you get the best prices on the hotels, Disney hotels and off-property hotels. And because it's a Provost Park Pass, you're gonna get the lowest discount with a little bit of a bonus. Or you can call them at 1-855-GETAWAY, 1-855-GETAWAY. And then when you answer the phone, tell them Provost Park Pass sent you, so you get the Provost Park Pass discount. Okay, so we got to talk about food, and also back to hotels. So some hotels that you look at, they have breakfasts aren't included. Breakfast included. That's a big deal. So if you can have breakfast included, eat breakfast before you come into the park, because once you're inside the park, buying food is going to be expensive. Save some money there. So you can have that on your hotel. If they have breakfast included, then you don't have to worry about having that meal. Definitely eat your meal, your free breakfast, if the hotel if it offers that. Also, by the way, there are some other hotels, like when you call Getaway Today and you tell them, a lot of hotels, they have different deals going on. Like if you stay 3 nights, they'll give you the 4th night free, or say 2 nights, they'll give you the 3rd night free. So ask Getaway Today, when you call them, ask them what deals are going on. They'll tell you, and sometimes you can find a really good deal that way. All right, so back to food. Food is very expensive. So you can take food into the park. A lot of people don't know that. Not a problem, you can pack in food. You don't have to just eat all the food inside the park. You have to pack it in. Now you gotta be careful. You can't take in no glass bottles, no alcohol. You can't take in soda pop cans, that's not a problem. But you have to pack the food in. And so that's nice for like little kids taking snacks, like those Go-Gurts, granola bars, Crustable sandwiches, things like that are easy to pack in and pack out. And that way, when they get hungry, you just give them a little bit of food rather than having to go buy something. So you can save money on food. Also, another thing to save money on food is this. A lot of the different hotels that you stay at have their own kitchenettes. So what we sometimes, Amanda, my wife, I will do is we'll just go down to Walmart and we'll buy a bunch of food, or Target and buy a bunch of food. We bring it back to the hotel, sit down in the hotel, and we make a bunch of our meals, put in our backpacks, and we eat breakfast in the hotel, and then we eat dinner in the hotel, and we're good to go. So hi. All right, so back to food. So you could like eat your food, your breakfast in the park, and then pack some food into the park. That'll save you a lot of money. But you have to be aware that you are going to end up spending money on food in the park. It's just inevitable. One other thing you do is you kind of share some food. So if you have a bunch of food, you can kind of share it. And thank you. So anyways, so just be aware, food is going to cost you a lot of money. You can pack it in, or pack some in, try to save yourself money by having a hotel that has offers free breakfasts, whatever you can do. Any food you buy outside the park is always gonna be cheaper than food inside the park. But I would like to say this, food inside the park, Disney's up their game, and it's amazing. The food is awesome. Now I'm gonna be getting ready to go through security. When I do, I'm gonna turn the camera off because I don't like to videotape security. And then once I get into the park, I'll talk to you about number 2 and number 1 ways to save money at Disneyland. All right, so the number 2 way to save money on your Disney trip is souvenirs. Mom, Dad, you're gonna have to bite the bullet. Your children are gonna want some type of souvenir. But, dun 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 dun, there is ways to save money on this situation. So, if you're coming during the summertime, they have like these little mist fans. They're like a little fan, you put water in a little spray bottle, psh, 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 and it sprays mist. All the kids want them and carry them around because it's hot, but they're expensive, almost $25. You can buy the same thing at Walmart and bring it in, not a problem. And so that way when your kid wants a mist fan, you're like, oh, we got one here, you give them a fan, it helps them. Also, like a lot of little princess dresses, a lot of girls, they want to dress up as princesses and have like a princess dress. You can pre-buy that, bring all that, buy it all. Star Wars merchandise, princess merchandise, Minnie and Mickey ears. Buy all the souvenirs before you come here. Big one is bubble wands. If you have little ones, bubble wands are everywhere. They see them, they want them. You can buy a bubble wand fairly cheap, like at Walmart, Target. You just put in your backpack, and when they get here, they want the bubble wand. You pull it out, like bubble wand, and they're super satisfied with that. Pre-buy your souvenirs before you come into the park, and then you can give them to the kids. They can't help themselves. Those children have low impulse control. They see something, they want it, and they're gonna want it. And so you just have to kind of realize that as a parent, we're gonna be buying a lot of souvenirs. This is what happens. So yeah, but you can pre-buy and bring them into the park and save yourself some money that way. I mean, it's significant savings by doing that. All right, I'm gonna enter into Disneyland. Actually, yes, hi. I changed my mind. I was gonna go into Disneyland, but I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you how close it is because if you're thinking about park hopping, is it worth it? I just wanna show you how close it is to park hop. Park hopping's nice, but I don't think it's a necessity, to be honest with you. A lot of times I did that before. There's days, there's nothing worse than when you buy a park hopper pass and you'll buy it, additional $70 per ticket. Well, that's a lot of money. But then you feel like you have to park hop every day, but your kids are having a really good time at Disneyland, so you don't end up park hopping. You feel like you wasted your money. But some people really like to have that option just in case they don't want to feel confined to one park. I don't know. But if you're just coming down here, it's like your guys' first times, I wouldn't worry about park hopping. You're not gonna have so much to do and so many sights and sounds to see. You're not gonna need it. All right, that is it. That's how fast it is. I am now going to enter into Disney California Adventure. That's how close the park is. Let me go ahead and enter in. All right, here we are. Now I'm gonna give you a bonus tip on how to maybe save some money before you come on a Disney trip. This is gonna sound a little weird maybe, but it's a really good tip. So when your birthdays are coming up or Christmas is coming up and your families are asking you like, what do you want for Christmas? Or what do you want for the holidays? Or what do you want for your birthday? And you know you're gonna be going on a Disney trip, you know what you can ask for? Ask for a Disney gift card. You know that people can buy them like at Walmart or Target. They can put like $25 in a gift card. Absolutely, ask for a Disney gift card and just put that in your wallet. And when you come down to Disney, you can use that Disney gift card to buy food, buy souvenirs, and that will go to, that's a nice little way to have a little extra spending money when you come down to Disney. Just ask your family and friends when they're their birthdays or Christmas gifts, say, hey, I like Disney gift cards. It's easy for people to get them, it makes it super convenient, and it helps you save a little bit of money. All right, now let's get to the number 1 way to save money when you come to Disneyland. Before we get to that, I just want to tell you, and I am talking to you, that you are special. Did you know that? You make the world amazing. You do. And I want to show you something here. Hi! All right, so do you know who's amazing? This guy is amazing, but do you know who's also amazing? You. You are wonderful. Do you know that? I hope you know that in your heart. There it goes. Clang, clang, clang goes the trolley. Anyways, what I was trying to tell you is that you are awesome and you make the world a better place. And I am speaking with authority when I say that you are awesome. Hope you know that. All right, now let's get the number 1 way to save money on your trip to Disney. All right, so the number 1 way to save money when you come to Disneyland is off season. Off season. If you don't come during the holidays, you don't come during the summer, you're gonna save some money. Now the ticket prices for Disney, those are gonna remain static. Those aren't going to change. But do you know what changes? Hotels. Hotels will offer special deals, like if you come during March or January when people are back in school or off season. You can save a lot of money on your hotels by coming off season if you don't mind pulling the kids out of school. If you can't, if you're like, we can't, Dick, we have to be in school and I can't pull them out, I understand that completely. Then it's gonna be a little more expensive, your hotels. Be a little more expensive. Hi guys, take care, bye-bye. So that's one way that you can save a little bit of money is if you're willing to go off season. You guys I hope this is helpful. And put it down below. What other ways can you save money? Here's another little tip. Water bottles. Bring your own water bottles to fill them up. You'll hear that a lot. But put down your tips down below. If you like this tip, hit the like button. You guys are awesome. I just gave you 5 tips on how to save money on your next Disney trip. If you can think of other ways, put it down in the comments and help people save money on their trips to Disneyland.